on the side. David Cameron's favourite television show, so says his Wikipedia page. I updated it 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I didn't really. I didn't. Before anybody kicks off, I didn't do anything. Now, I don't want you to start getting all blasé about all these exclusives, but we have another one for you. Would you like to see it?
Yeah!
Don't let other people influence you, because you said yourself you're not a sheep.
Exactly, yeah.
So...
But I think everyone is, if people are saying things, everyone's going to be influenced and take that into it. Like, the thing is, I did really like Lydia. But, you know, you've got to someone, haven't you?
No, I'm talking about me. Like, I thought we had good, like, relationship.
I can't say.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But,
yeah, okay.
I didn't.
Okay, stop. Yeah, okay.
But anyway...
Yeah.
I felt really bad for Lydia when, you know, she has to go out there and, like, smile and wave to all the people. And
yeah, it was a bit harsh.
Horrible. I came over with shakes and my eyes were... I just couldn't...
Yeah.
I just didn't like it at all.
It was harsh. She's very, very strong.
At least she'll have a fiancé there.
Yeah. She's got a good life outside.
Yeah, exactly.
That was definitely a rule break, in my opinion. Yeah. Just because you don't say the word nomination doesn't mean you're not breaking the rules. I have a feeling they may be punished tomorrow. Yeah. Yes. OK, before we meet the lady herself, shall we see her worst bits?
Hello. Oh, my God. Lydia.
Lydia, please stand up.
I actually give up. Like, I literally fucking give up.
My fiancé will be supporting you, though, now, because he knows you're my friend.
Shit. Okay. I've actually got a famous fiancé. Andy.
But does anyone know in here who he is?
No.
It's Andy, Peter.
Are we going to get married this year, yeah? Fucking know I'm a dancer, because that's what I do.
I was working as a model before I came.
That was absolutely amazing. Some people would say ruthless, only when I have to be. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. You've stitched me up.
If looks could kill, stay away.
She is the Terminator. She searches and she destroys. Search and destroy. Target acquired.
How devious can a dancer be, really?
Don't want to shit stir, but they're fucking taking the piss all night. But you've got to pick off the one that's the weak.
Well, when people get to know me, they absolutely love me. Like, everyone can just go away. I don't care if everyone hates me, they hate me.
I don't need to, you know, communicate who I've danced for.
I'm going to fucking lose it, I tell you that right now. Robbie Williams and Kanye West and Kylie, people like Arlene Phillips, Denise Van Outen, Lisa Scott-Lee have been very influential in my whole career. What the fuck are you talking about? I'd hope that they remembered me as just being someone who was honest, truthful.
Lydia's actually a really good girl.
She's a cool chick.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Fuck off. I'm going to shave my legs in peace.
Thank you, Lydia. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss with Big Brother?
No, I think that's it for now, but...
After a busy 3 weeks of birthdays, bitching and bolognese, the self-proclaimed underdog has barked her last. She's stepped out of her fiancé's shadow and she is in our studio. Take it away, Jeff.
Yes, I've been broken hearted. Since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Now I really know. I could never let you go.
Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Gutted?
I am actually. I'm disappointed that you're out of the house because what I think those kids in there need is a strong woman.
Yeah.
And now you're not here, I'm just going to have to be sent in myself. What do you think?
Definitely, yeah.
You are looking as awesome as ever, by the way.
Thank you, darling. This is an Alf short.
Oh, OK.
You look quite fabulous yourself, dear.
Thanks. I can't say who I'm wearing because, you know, I'm not allowed to and all that. Lydia.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I mean, it was an interesting response when I came out of the...
It was brutal.
...house, yes. But do you know what? I'm glad I'm here because I'm glad I've got the opportunity to put my point across and have a chat and, you know, just talk about what's really been going on.
Absolutely. Although, again, you know, it keeps happening. Two people go up that you really don't want to see go, I don't think, and you added so much to that house that there will be a gaping hole in it now that you're gone. Do you not agree? Right, I promise you, we are not going to talk about Andy. Because this is about you.
I love him so much.
No, I know, but this is about you, and this is your eviction night. But the one person we are going to start with is Dina.
Yes.
You nominated her twice.
I did.
If you thought the group should stick together, why take out an ally?
At that point, I wasn't very close to her, and there was something about her I just didn't trust. And when she put me up in the first week, I think I just held a little bit of a... Yeah, it was a little bit of a kind of thing of like, well, I didn't think she offered that much to the house. I just didn't. Like, when you're in there, it's very different. And she, you know, she was immune, but she was in bed, moping around. And I was like, oh, my God, you've got immunity, and you're acting like this is, like, the worst place in the world, and I'm up for eviction, I don't want to leave. Yeah. And you've put me in this position. I thought she could have at least just, like, been happy to have been in the house at that point. So that just rubbed me up the wrong way, and she'd make little comments to me and things like that that I was kind of unsure about, and I didn't trust her. And I also always thought that if we were friends in a way that we'd be tarnished with the same brush. I just got this feeling, and I think ultimately it did happen. It became this Dina and Lydia thing, and it just...
It did. I think that's... not part of the reason why you're here, but we did seem to see you two a lot together.
Yeah.
So when you did nominate her, it was a bit like,
I totally,
oh, wow.
yeah, I can
What's
totally...
that about? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can
Do you
totally
think
see
she
that.
ever nominated you?
She might have. She was very...
I know she put you up, obviously, on the first night.
She was very nervous on the night that we came live to the studio, and I think she thought that it was going to show the people that we nominated as opposed to just who was up. And she seemed very nervous that week, so possibly that week, yeah.
She never nominated you?
No. So, do you know what? And that's fine, but I would always do it the same thing again, and I would always stick to it.
OK.
Definitely.
We saw on tonight's show that Big Brother asked you what you would miss about Dina.
Yeah.
And you said the knife in my back.
Yeah. I don't really mince my words, sorry.
I know you don't. What knife were you talking about?
She honestly, with me, she would make little digs and little comments, and she used to say to me, "You've got a really devious mind." And she I don't know, she just used to say things that rubbed me up the wrong way, and I always felt like she was very wary of me. And there was a thing with Becky where, you know, Becky became very wary of me because Dina had sort of put it into her mind, and I might have been being totally paranoid, like everyone was in the house, but I did feel like she was always very wary of me, and it made me wary of her.
Do you think you were so wary, you know, maybe that is the problem. Were you so wary of everybody because from the beginning, you could all talk about nominations, and as we've talked about, you know, quite a lot, this is the first time it's ever really been played like a game from the beginning and so openly.
I think people don't realise what position I was in. I was up first, and I knew I was in such a vulnerable position for the next week because Connor got the most votes, and then I was obviously second. And the boys, I actually found out that Luke, Aaron and Connor had already started a little alliance, and I knew I was their target. So it was kind of like, OK, do I just go down and just take it, or do I try and fight back?
I can't imagine you just going down and taking it.
No.
You don't seem like that kind of person.
No. So I just was like, OK, do you know what? I'm going to just stand and face it. And I wanted to be there, and ultimately that's why I was doing it, because I was grateful that I'd been put on the show, and I know so many people want to do it, and I just thought, I don't want to just leave and just go. I want to, like, I just want to fight it. That's just what I wanted to do.
You were the only non-drinker in the house.
Yes.
Do you think that created problems? And was it quite difficult for you being the only non-drinker?
Do you know what? I'm normally, like, as soon as I hear music, I literally will dance by myself in a corner like a lunatic. Like, I literally don't need alcohol. And so I think it was OK in that sense. The only time I ever felt left out was things like drinking games, and then you can't really get involved. But I think I tried, for the most part, to just get stuck in and you know, still be the life and soul of the party, even without the liquor.
Yeah. So, first housemate out was Victoria.
Yes.
Second, Benedict, who's over there.
Chris.
Third, you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they're taking out the older housemates?
Oh, God, of course. And I'm only 26. Like, I'm not, like, you know, it's like older, but it's like, God, I'm not even that much older than them. But I think we're just at a different stage in our life. And I think we've come on, I think all of us came on with something to maybe prove. And I think they've just come on just for the crack and the experience. And I think that was where the divide was, definitely. I think we were all trying to beat a stereotype. And I think they've just come on to just 100% have a good time.
I think as much as they've come on for the crack and everything, a few of them are also there to really play that game?
Oh, I mean, the thing is I've always been very honest about the fact that, yes, I was thinking tactically and logically for quite a lot of it, but at the same time, the younger people in the house are the ones that, I call them the snipers, like, they are the ones that will take you out, and there's no bones about it. I'm just very honest in the way that I'm like, OK, yes, I am playing it a little bit, but they're just more underhand with it.
Yeah.
But I think it'll come across later in the series.
We call you the insiders and the outsiders because you lot were always outside and they were always inside. Very simple, really. One thing that we have to respect about you is your honesty. Let's have a look at you.
Some of the behaviour in here is disgusting, I'll tell you that much. Yes, I might have been underhand in the diary room and nominated someone, but for God's sake, at least it was behind their back and not to their face like I've just had to deal with. And I tell you what, people can say two-faced or talking behind people's backs. It's a hell of a lot better than treating people like how I've just been treated face-to-face. I can assure you of that.
In retrospect,
yes.
Do you think it might have been better to say things to people's faces?
Yeah, I think I did. For the first couple of weeks, I had some very uncomfortable conversations with housemates to try and... I even had one with Benedict,
That's what was quite weird, because you were very upfront and honest, and then all of a sudden we saw a switch in you, and you just started doing it.
Yeah, I don't know, you've probably seen it, I don't really think to myself that there was a switch, but obviously there was, and that was obviously my demise. But I just, with Dina, I just knew that if I told her I didn't really like her that much and that I was wary of her, I felt like she was going to turn the whole house against me. So she was the only person I wasn't really, like, that direct with. I was even, like, Benedict we had, you know, even my friends I was trying to be very... But then I think maybe I just got to the point where I thought I was probably doing it too much. Right. And I think I probably felt like I needed to just do what everyone else was doing because nobody else was doing it. Yeah. So it was almost a bit like, oh, God, I think this is possibly the wrong thing to be doing.
This week, we saw you get tactical when you were gunging people. Do you think that was possibly your finest hour?
I enjoyed it.
You were ruthless.
I enjoyed it. You know, it was an opportunity to kind of almost show the sheep and let people see. Show the sheep and let people see. And people were shocked. Caroline was shocked at Scott and Becky, you know, and it gave people an opportunity to see that, you know, there are other people in there that are being underhanded that were very nice to my face and that clearly nominated me. So I was just trying to show that.
OK. Now, Lucas's part in the task was that he could watch nominations. Yes. And he said no. It took him a long time, but he did say no. Would you have watched them?
Oh, absolutely. Do you even need to ask that,
Emma? No, but I was really hoping that's what you'd say.
Of course I would. Oh, my God. In there, any little bit of insight is, like, is quite important.
Yeah. Because 5 points, really, I suppose, was not a lot. No. But then he did say afterwards, had I have watched those noms, we would have only had 95 points and it would have been my head on the chopping block. It's been noted in the house that food is currency. But more than anyone, you seem to realise that knowledge was power. Did you enjoy sitting back and watching it all unfold?
Yeah, I just...
And kind of sizing people up?
Yes. I definitely did that. I kind of was noticing a lot of things and I definitely was sitting back and just kind of taking note of each person and noting, like, the groups and the conversations and stuff, so yeah.
Do you think anybody else was doing that? I would imagine Benedict was probably...
I think they were all doing it in their own little way. It's just not that obvious to everyone else. But when you're in there, it's very obvious that every single person in there has gone in this year to be quite sly in their own little ways. And some people might not even notice it. But definitely every single person in there is there to win.
OK.